Afternoon or good morning, actually, YouTube. Bloody hell, man. You can tell I'm tired, can't you? Good afternoon, and it's 9 a.m. in the morning. It's about half 8:45 in the morning. I've just woken up. I'm about to head out to my morning run. Yesterday I missed my morning run because I had loads of stuff to do here at home. I uploaded a video, I recorded a podcast, I wrote a blog entry, I read some books. I had such a busy day. Busy. But today I'm gonna make some time to run. I need to get back on a running wave, especially with this Berlin half marathon coming up in a couple of weeks. I need to get myself nice and limber. This isn't the training I'm doing in order to run the race. I've trained already, but I want to make sure I'm in peak physical condition for the race coming up. And as per usual, what I always try and do is prepare my equipment and my gear before I go to run. Or actually, you know what? I do it the night before, actually. The reason why I do it the night before is to make sure that when I wake up, there's no excuses. I've always found whenever I wake up and I want to go for a run and I kind of prepare my stuff as I'm going along, I usually sometimes lose the motivation, or I get a little bit down, or I'm a little bit tired, I get a little bit lazy. But when I prepare it the night before and I have it all folded up and piled up into a nice little pile, when I wake up in the morning and I'm about to head into the kitchen, which is right there, there's no way that I can miss it, right? I have to go for a run. And as you can see, that's my running equipment there next to the dirty washing laundry and my backpack. It's all there, And I've got my little ball here that I also use to make sure that I open my feet up in the morning before I go out for a run. I just crush my feet against that entirely. It hurts more when you go around the back though here. So it really starts to hurt because I used to have a lot of plantar fasciitis on my foot. And if you're wondering what that is, when you run a lot, or sometimes if you walk a lot sometimes, the bottom of your foot, it's connected by it's like a triangle tendon here at the bottom, right? It's all one thing here, so it's like that, and that, right? They're all kind of connected together with tendons, and sometimes when you walk a lot, when you run a lot, they can get really sore and they can get really inflamed. And usually because we all kind of walk with our heel dominant, or we use our heel a lot whenever we're walking, you end up stepping on this bit here. It's super tender and it sends like a shivering pain all along the back of your leg here. It's super painful. So what you should be doing in general is taking cold baths, to help with the inflammation. But don't take any ibuprofen. What you need to do is you need to break up all that tissue on the bottom of it, just scrape it. And I'm getting all this stuff from Kelly Starrett, by the way. This isn't my idea. This is from a guy called Kelly Starrett, who runs a company called Mobility Wod. He advised this technique of smashing your foot against a lacrosse ball and really digging on deep there. And you can point like that, right? Like a high heel. And you can really dig into it there. And it really helps to loosen stuff up a little bit. You can run your foot along it. You can kind of hug it a little bit with the front of your toes to kind of get your toes opened up a little. Try and do that every single morning to get my feet back where they need to be. So then when I'm running, I'm in the best possible shape, or my feet in the best possible shape possible to get that going. A lot of people kind of do the same thing using those little Vibram 5-finger shoes, but they're not the best for running, to be honest, especially if you're not running the right way. You kind of have to graduate to a Vibram shoe. You don't run with a Vibram shoe in order to correct your bad form. That's what people kind of mistake themselves on, right? If you're running with bad form, you need to figure out how to get your form right before you graduate to a shoe with little to no support, because that shoe does require a lot. It does require a lot from your feet. Yes, at the end of the day, you might come back and feel like, oh, my feet I feel toned up and they're throbbing, but usually they're not toned up, they're just in pain, So I advise you check out this guy called Brian McKenzie. He runs a company called Power, Speed and Endurance. He used to do a thing called CrossFit Endurance too, and he advises a technique where you run on the balls of your feet. It's called pose running. It's kind of an evolution of pose running. You run on the balls of your feet and you need to ensure that your heel comes up and touches the bottom of your bum, but also that your knee comes up as high as it can, right? So it's kind of like a weird, hard to see it here, but it's sort of like a weird cycling motion that you're kind of doing, right? That's what he kind of advises. I'm not sure if you can see that, but regardless of the way, check him out, Brian McKenzie. He will be the one to show you what to do. Anyway, enough talking from me right now. as Gary Vee says, I'm documenting rather than creating, but I need to get a move on because time is of the essence, and I've got a lot of stuff to do later today. So let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Oh, you want to see my shoes actually? Let me show you my shoes. I run with these little bad boys. Quite good. They got enough support in them, so I don't my feet aren't fucked up. But they also fit enough where I can improve my running form. And I always like looking at the bottom of my shoes. That's a good telltale of how poorly or well you're running. I've got little to no. I've got most of the tread at the front is really thin. It's really wearing down, but at the bottom it's super brand new. You can't really tell that I've run from the bottom of the shoe, the tread wise. I'm not sure if it focuses well there, but the tread on the bottom is amazing. But in the top, look how thin that is. That means I'm running on the balls of my feet all the time. Not hill running. Don't hill strike, because hill striking will cause shin splints. It'll cause you to get really aggressive plantar fasciitis, and in general, you just be in pain, man. It doesn't really look good. You know what hill sound like? It's like when someone's running and you hear. That's, you know what I mean? That's too hard. You need to be soft. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, as the old Muhammad Ali once said. So that's basically my technique from now. I also have this, which is amazing. I'll let you check this. Well, not amazing, but everyone has this. Everyone probably has a pair, but I finally got a set of Bluetooth headphones. Pretty cheap, basic ones I got from Amazon. Show you, they got like a magnet, so they kind of stick together here, which is quite cool. That's gonna be really handy because I usually always have like a wired set of headphones. It's the first time I had Bluetooth to run with, which is great. I also have this sick, amazing thing I need to show you before I leave. 1 second. I got this little pouch, sort of like a bum bag, but it's not. You can put your phone in it and stuff. I strap it around my waist. It's got a zip, so I can put my keys in there, my money. Perfect, and it's got a screen there too, so I can quickly check my mileage when I'm running with Nike Plus. Now it's called Nike Run Club, right? Worst name change ever, right? No? Nike Plus to Nike Run Club. I don't know why they decided to do that, but hey, what can you do? Anyway, I'm going to check back in with you guys later. Probably at the end of my run, I'll smash this footage together and try and do my best video editing that I can do. And I'll see you guys again in a minute. I'm back. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was good. Tiring but good, I gotta be honest. Tiring but good. So I did that I ran 4 miles, did it in about 34 minutes, 8 mile, kind of 8-minute mile pace, standard procedure. I'm feeling pretty strong, feeling pretty good. What more can you say, man? I went, I did, and I conquered. Now I'm feeling good. It's breakfast time now. Gonna wrap up. Get myself nice and fed. Probably might record another podcast something as well today. I did upload something on YouTube on my channel, so check that out on my podcast channel, which I'll link below. The Casino Zinga Show. I did record a little video podcast, but I do want to improve my camera in the end. At the moment, I'm just using my webcam. That will improve over time, of course, but in the nature or in the vein of making sure I execute and I create things and I put it out there instead of worrying about and fussing about the cameras, like, Gary Vaynerchuk would say, or someone like Casey would say. It's not about the gear, it's about the ideas that you put out and just about how you use it, really. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm committing to it. So I'm going to jump in the shower now and get all nice and lathered, and then the second part of my day starts. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm really happy that I'm starting to upload this every day, daily vlog. Won't miss a flipping day. I'm going to be diligent and I'm going to be on it. This is my public declaration of sorts. See you again soon. Woo!